9:24 p.m. Eastern, September 1st, year 2024. I am to report that I have been poisoned continuously for over 24 hours. It's been about 28. It's one of the worst poisonings, chemical gas poisonings that I have ever survived in here. The chemical gas was so strong and it didn't stop for over 28 hours. I'm still being contaminated with it, but not in my main room. It's out in the rest of the house. It was so strong that I laid back and for a while I asked God, am I passing away? I had thoughts of mortality. I'm so sick of wondering if I'm going to die in this house that my mind only says you've got to get counseling when you get out of here, because that is going to turn into rage. That desperation and fear that I felt here is going to turn into rage and self-destruction, more likely with me. Relapse, alcoholic drinking again. Rage would be yelling at people. I'm not really violent. No, I'm not violent. But rage can be expressed. It doesn't have to always be in violence. So I know no matter what, when I leave here, I have to get some counseling for what I survived. I don't know what gas they're using. I don't know who's doing it, and I don't know why. Absolutely nobody talks to me. The only people who make contact with me are verified, proven beyond reasonable doubt, violent domestic terrorists. That includes the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. That includes the Department of Mental Health and their MedStar Hospital, which is a sanctuary and a harbor for a Muslim terrorist cell there. Oh, I witnessed it. Where I was proven sane. I was diagnosed not mentally ill, but they keep wanting to come back, as we have proven and shown that's what they do. I should never have been admitted there ever in the first place. I should never have been arrested as a crime scene witness and survivor of terrorism, but I was arrested by the terrorists themselves, who are in the DCPD and the DCFD, the Fire Department of Washington, D.C. The fire department has come in here repeatedly and kicked down my door. It's all been documented. They were here when I first witnessed my first murder. They came in when the house reeked of a corpse. They covered and cleared it. They covered for, quote unquote, covered for the murderers here. Oh, I witnessed all of it. I was a rookie. I didn't realize at the time how serious of criminals I was witnessing. A literal fire department covering up for a homicide. Because I survived the attempts on my life in this house from William Murray and Gwendolyn Ball and everybody else they brought in here to make physical attempts on my life, and because I survived this very chemical gas that I'm reporting tonight, after long enough, I pieced the pieces of the puzzle together, and it's clear as day after this long who are the terrorists and who are not. That garage door and that terrorist compound, part of this compound terrorist cell, 1513, has been opening and closing and driving in and out like Grand Central. As I laid here in my chair, contemplating if I was going to die from gas poisoning, one of the times that the garage door opened, which was about 6, it was an hour before it got dark. As soon as the garage door closed, It opened and closed. As soon as it closed, my room filled up again for the, in terms of speech, millionth time in the last 28 hours with the most intense, pure poisonous gas. As soon as that garage door closed, it opens and closes. They go in and out. They dismember bodies over there in that house. This is so scary here. The Washington, D.C. local civilian population have been stalking the porch all day. I've witnessed them with my eyes walking so slowly past this house, Arabic men. It was a spectacle. It was obvious they were stalking the house. I have witnessed white men just stomping by, not a problem at all that I'm wondering if I was dying in here from gas. When I went to floor 1, those corpses are still there from the first step to the 5th step, a complete copycat of the basement of that space underneath the stairs. But those corpses are now rotting and it's rancid. The entire first floor reeks of dead, rotting, rancid bodies. It billows out the front door. The Washington, D.C. Police Department keep driving by. Every time they pass this property, they blast their horns, like right now. The Washington, D.C. Police Department believe they're in Istanbul. They're very confused. There have been 2 identifiable chemical gases used on me, literally non-stop, endlessly pumping into all of my areas I go in this house. The bathroom, the extra room, and my main room. While I'm sleeping, when I wake up, no matter what, they wouldn't stop pumping it. The flagellation is like nothing I've ever even heard of. Before I start just unholy, ungodly flagellation, my entire colon and abdomen, as they pump the chemical poison, starts to swell. I get so sick. I lay there, I cry out in pain, and then all this gas comes out. It's gas I can't even describe. I didn't know my body could produce that much gas. And this happens on a range of every 5 minutes. It depends on how much they're pumping, or every 10 minutes, or every 20. It depends on how much they're pumping into my room. There's another gas they've been using, and it's so strong it liquefies all of the feces inside of your colon, inside of your abdomen, your intestines. Within 10 seconds, everything has been liquefied in my intestines, and it starts to come out literally while I'm still sitting in my chair. I lose all control over my colon, and it starts coming out in my pants. It's that strong. It just liquefies within a matter of seconds, everything in your body. And you race and you keep racing and you just keep racing to the bathroom. All right, there have been other serious events that have happened inside of this property, 1509 S Street Northwest. I'm still not at liberty to talk about it. The chemical gas poisoning is so outrageous and so frightening. I truly did think I was dying today. When I regained my strength, because the gas had somewhat stopped, but no, it'll come back, because that's all I know that ever happens here. But when I regained my strength, I made food and I prayed. I got on my hands and knees and prayed, and I begged God for help. To this day, no one has helped me, searched, raided, anything. They're still dragging me to their civil county courthouse with a house engulfed with human remains that billows out the front door and gas poisoning that you would never want to experience. Goodbye.